Hello! This is a gaming show where we keep you up to date with the latest Nintendo related gaming news. But sometimes we also cover PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. On today's show, video games are getting expensive. Hideously expensive. Like, why is this generation getting more and more expensive? Can someone tell me that? Video games are supposed to go down in price as the generation goes on. They're supposed to be getting cheaper. Do you know what I mean? Normally during the generation we will get slimline versions of consoles that go down in price, that get discounted, but none of this is happening. It's not happening. In Europe, Australia and New Zealand, the price of the PS5 has gone up. PlayStation 5 Digital Edition will now cost you £429.99. In America, the price of the Xbox has shot up in price, and Xbox Series X will now cost you more than a PS5 Pro. It's $730, fam. Nintendo are just deciding to charge £75 for a retail game whenever they decide to feel like it. And there are rumours that Grand Theft Auto 6 might cost £100. I'm done. I can't afford gaming anymore. Can you? No, seriously, can you afford gaming? Can you afford to play video games anymore? It's an expensive hobby.
Gaming.
It's funny how as soon as Nintendo decided to charge consumers $74.99 for their first party games, every other single video game developer, video game publisher just decided to say, yeah, but you know what? We'll charge what we want to charge for our products as well. Thank you, Nintendo. Brilliant. But the blame can't fall solely on Nintendo. Like, we have to acknowledge Donald Trump in America, all these import tariffs, taxes that he's throwing out left, right and centre. Like, that has an effect. It's got a knock-on effect. Console production costs are going up. There's nothing we can do about that. The cost of games are exploding, budgets are increasing, development times are lasting eternity, video game studios are collapsing left, right and centre. The gaming industry, it's dying on its ass. The yen is weak. I mean, I don't know what that means, but Nintendo were always talking about in their financial briefing, oh, you know, our profits aren't as high this year because the yen is weak. Again, I'm not into economics, so I don't even know what that means, but there are various factors why video game has gone up at the moment. I mean, Nintendo definitely was the catalyst for all of this, but hey ho. I mean, admittedly, this could all be Sony's fault. We can blame the House of Sony for these increasing video game costs, for making it acceptable. Prices can keep going up, charges what you want. What Sony have done this generation actually needs to be studied, because Sony have raised the price of their console, their PS5 console, not once, but twice in a single generation. Sony already decided to charge consumers an extra £30 for the first price increase that they did. But now Sony have decided to add an extra £40 on top of the console. So now if you want a PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, which is the entry-level console for the PlayStation 5 ecosystem, it will cost you £429.99. You can get a Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Kart World for the same price. It's not even got a disk drive. Like, that's not okay. It's not okay. If Sony raised their price of the console, the PS5 console, for a third time, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call Watch Dogs. And that's not even on top of the fact that Sony are getting sued in the UK. Because the charging game is too much money for the digital games. It's like, we need protecting out here. As consumers, we need protecting from Sony. In America, Microsoft have just increased the price of everything. Everything's gone up. I'm all the way up. Seriously, everything's gone up. It's all gone up. The cost of an Xbox Series S 512GB has gone up from $299 to $379.99. That price increase is ridiculous. Crazy. And Xbox Series X has gone from $499 to $599. That's like a 20% increase. For what? For what? For what, Microsoft? I mean, the UK didn't escape the Xbox price increases, although admittedly they're not as dangerous as the American price increases. In the UK, the Xbox Series X has gone up from £480 to £500, and the Series S is going up from £250 to £300. Like, who wants? No, that's not actually too bad, actually. Wait, a Series S was £250? Wow, that's actually pretty cheap, that. Series S is £250? Rah! I need to go buy a Series S. I think £250. I mean, I want Xbox Series X really, but Series S's UK price? Were they £250? I might get the £256. I'm sleeping on that. I don't want to Series S though because they can't do ray tracing. Anyway, Microsoft also announced that from Christmas, from the holiday season, they will be charging $80 for all their first party games. Now, I'm not being funny, Microsoft, but you've practically brought 40% of the whole entire games industry. If you're telling me that you're going to charge $80 for your first party games, well then practically every single game going forward is going to be $80 because you own every single gaming company. I'm not really feeling this new $74.99, $80 price point, you know. Nintendo, what have you done? Now it's all started to sink in, I'm actually quite upset. Microsoft even said that the price of their digital games is going to increase. No, I'm sorry, but why is digital going up? Why are your digital prices going up, Microsoft? Take a leaf out of Nintendo's book. Do you know what I mean? You've got no brick and mortar stores. You've got no distribution costs. You don't have to pay for packaging. There's no labour involved in this middle process of getting the game from the studio to the consumer's hands. So make the digital games cheaper. Don't increase the prices. That makes no sense to me. And the scary thing is that it is only a matter of time before Sony decides to jump on the bandwagon and start charging $74.99, $80 for their first party games. It's not okay. Thank you, Nintendo. Brilliant. And then we've got Nintendo on the Switch 2. I mean, the Switch 2 is going to bankrupt me. It's bankrupting me. It's the reason for this video. Because I just feel like I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I'm locked in, but I can't afford it. Switch 2 comes out in June, so already cost me $429.99, and that's just bare bones minimum games package. I've not even got any fancy extras. But then in July, I'm going to want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's going to cost me an extra £70. So what are we on there? We're already on £500 in 1 month. But then what about all the other games? Do you know what I mean? It's not all just about Nintendo. I've got my PlayStation 5 here. What about Ghost of Yotei? I want to play that. That's going to be expensive. And like I said, if Sony decides to start charging premium prices for the first party games, that's going to be another $74.99. I'm not going to lie, I want Borderlands. I love Borderlands. Not so much Borderlands 3. Well, I've not even played Borderlands 3, but I want Borderlands. Borderlands 4 looks like it's going to be a return to form. I love the new gameplay mechanics. I love the traversal mechanics. This game looks a lot of fun. But how much is that going to cost? Because Randy Pitchford from bloody Borderlands Studio is telling me that he doesn't even actually know how much Borderlands is going to cost. Borderlands could be a premium price game. Let me just read this article real quick. Listen to what he said, because this is what I'm saying. The video game developers now just feel like they can do what they want. Read an article on Games Radar. It says, I don't know how much Borderlands 4 will cost, Gearbox boss says, but it had more than twice the development budget for Borderlands 3, and it might be $80 like some Nintendo and Xbox games. See, developers are just jumping on the bandwagon. If Nintendo and Xbox can do it, so can we. I'm not being funny, but Borderlands, $80? Slow your roll, Gearbox. Slow your roll, Randy. Right, so Randy Pitchford said, I'll tell you the truth, I don't know how much it's going to cost. That is the truth. I hit it straight on. It's an interesting time. On one level, we've got a competitive marketplace where the people that make those choices want to sell as many units as possible. There are some folks who don't want to see the prices go up, even the ones deciding what the prices are. But then don't put the prices up. It's cost of living crisis going on. Inflation is on the rise. I cannot afford to pay $74.99 for Borderlands 4. Keep it at the normal RRP. Don't jump on the bandwagon. Because if everybody starts charging $74.99, $8 for the games, like you said, it's going to get a lot more competitive. I just stopped buying games, me. I just stopped buying games. Anyway, on top of Borderlands 4, I want Gears of War Reloaded. I'm going to get that on my PlayStation 5. And thank God that Microsoft have decided to release Gears of War Reloaded at a lower budget price. Thank you. I also want to buy Shinobi. Do you know, that game's going to be cheap. That game's going to be cheap. I'm looking forward to that. But then again, at the same time, do I buy the cheaper game, or do I wait for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which is obviously going to be $74.99 because I'm going to buy the Switch 2 edition, and then you expected me to buy Grand Theft Auto 6 on top of that? God, no. Thank you for the breathing space, Rockstar, because this isn't possible. None of this is financially possible for me. It's just not viable. At the moment, I'm sinking all my money into video games. But I'm not, do you know what? I've got choices to make. Do I eat or do I buy video games? I'm going to have to eat, obviously. But I wouldn't mind playing, I just feel like gaming at the moment is just a massive cash grab. Like, people are just out there, just taking our money. I guess that's that Mario Kart effect. Can we blame this on Nintendo? all this definitely started happening after Mario Kart got announced.